Hello, welcome to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Of course, I am Auntie, and I am so excited to be here with you all today. I have I got a couple of topics that we're gonna discuss, and I really feel like it is something that needs to be discussed. We are in September. September is literally speeding past us. Um, I realized like the other day that in about a week, we will literally have been on BFAM for 2 years. As I'm super excited about. I cannot believe that the time that went by that fast. But we have a lot going on with Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Today I did decide that we are going to discuss change versus transformation. The reason why I decided on that topic is because I am going through a lot of changes and transformations, and I feel like this is something that we all should be able to talk about. Because it is happening right now. We see a lot of change taking place around us. We see a lot of transformations taking place around us, and sometimes we get those two mixed up. But before I dig deep off in here, we're gonna go ahead and send our shout outs to our sponsors. So we go ahead, of course, we're gonna shout out Pedro over at the HS Soap Company. Right now I'm sitting outside, like I'm literally sitting outside. Right. So Mr. Pedro over at don't forget to subscribe to us, but y'all make sure y'all reach out to Pedro over at the HS Soap Company. Of course, summer is over. We are in autumn. Well, fall, the seasons are changing. There go that word change again. um if you dealing with health issues, skin issues, I'm doing something today. I'm sitting outside to actually prove a point. I'm sitting outside, like I told y'all, I use the HS products. I do. It's not going to stop me from sweating. It's not. But I'm telling you, I'm able to deal with life a little bit more, especially in the heat, because I do use these products. So make sure you reach out to HS Soap Company. Tell Pedro that Auntie sent you. I mean, and you need that. Again, change and transformation. One of our wonderful sponsors over at Miss Rena Simone. If you are looking for change, if you are, dealing with things in your life, if you need somebody to talk to, spiritual guidance. She works whether it's crystals, products. She has teas. You reach out to beauty and wellness with Miss Rena Simone. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Hey y'all, look, y'all get a look. He hiding, y'all. Y'all get a sneak preview. Y'all get to see my brother today. But yeah, but then make sure if y'all are reaching out, if you need any branding ideas, if you need any logos made, contact us today for your free consultations at with Show Out at Smooth Transitions Design. We had an event this weekend that went really, really well. A lot of changes and transformations are happening. Mm-mm. A lot of chances and transformations are happening, and we are super excited about what's going on. So you want to reach out 656-214-9209. Y'all reach out to Show Out. Tell them Auntie sent you over there to him. Go ahead and get your one of a kind design. Y'all gonna hear the background. We sitting outside there. We outside. We are enjoying Florida Sea. All right, y'all. So listen, I have always been a fan of Goldie Hawn. I really have. And I love when we see our older community and they are not afraid to express themselves. So I was literally looking through some pictures and I was going through some articles and I came across this. First of all, shout out to Miss Goldie Hawn at 79 years old. But listen, the outfit that she rocked, I'm telling y'all, it was really, really cute. It's something that Auntie might want to get. So we're gonna show y'all the photos of what she decided to wear out. Now look at this outfit. It's polka dots, it's sheer, it's real cute. She added her cardigan to it. It was like real, real cute. I like this outfit. I'm definitely thinking about it. It might make Auntie look a little bigger, but we gonna get it. Look, y'all wanna see it? No, I ain't gonna show y'all son. He over there hiding. Y'all get to see the other mini me. It is a mini me. It really is. It's a boy version. I promise y'all it is. My mama had two children. Really, it really is. It's two of us out here. It definitely is two of us out here. But yeah, but I truly, truly, truly want to thank each and everybody that's tuning in today. We are going to discuss change versus transformation. And I know a lot of people think those are the same thing, but they are not. I mean, they do have some similarities, but we are going to discuss what it is because, like I said, there's a lot of things going on around us, whether it's in politics, whether it's in your household, whether it's in the school, whether it's in the government. We see a lot of changes being made. And we're dealing with a lot of that. And then when you get to your own self, and we're dealing with life situations, and you may be dealing with um just whatever is going on, and it comes to times where you have to make a decision. Are you going to change, or are you going to transform? Now when we changing is something that you could do. And I hear people all the time say that, oh, I changed back. Okay, that's what change. But when you transform, that is something that is a lifetime thing. When you're making a transformation into something else, that's literally like there's almost not a possible way of changing back. So that's when we get into transforming, and people don't understand. So like you have people that you'll sit around, and I hear people say all the time, "Oh, I want you to change." No, I don't want you to change. I need you to transform. I don't want you to change, because changing, you can always change back. We're gonna transform. We're gonna transform into other things, but and even then, you got to be careful with the transformations, because see people change from one way to demonic, and then you see some that change good. But you always have to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? You have to be ready with change or transformation. You have to be ready to be able to, to know the difference, especially when you're asking for somebody to change, or if you want to express change into somebody. It's better to show them a transformation, so then they actually can see the change. So you see how those go together, but they kind of a little bit separate. Hey, well, how y'all doing? Oh, we get the wave at your neighbors. They riding by waving. That's what's up. I'm sitting outside. It's cool though. I'm sitting outside on the main street, so I get to see people. We get to see people. My brother said we on the good side. I believe that. I truly believe that we're on the good side. We're on the quiet side. We're sitting out here on the quiet side where everything that's going on. Yeah. But so like we was talking about change. When you walk around in your neighborhoods, and I know there's a lot of changes going on. I'm pretty sure Washington D.C. is experiencing a lot of change when they went in and said, homeless people can't be outside. That's not just a change, that's a transformation, because they are literally trying to transform that area into something else. So it's not just about changing, because changing, you can go in there and change the people, you can change. But when you transform that area to something else, then it's no longer just a change, it's a transformation. It's something that is a lifetime thing. Changes, yes. How you doing? All right, y'all. Show out is in the building. How you doing, show out? We discussing change and transformation. You out here saving you out there saving lives one life at a time. That's right. Go out there and save them. Go out there and so how do you feel, since you in the building? How do you feel about change versus transformation? And we do understand that change and transforming can be a scary thing. But I think that when it comes to transforming and transformation, um, both of them could be scary. I mean, anytime somebody is doing something different than what they're accustomed to, that could be scary. That definitely could be a scary situation. It most definitely can be a scary situation. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all are right, if you watching, if you tuning, if you listening, remember, if you in your car and you can't tune in to us, you can always go on to www.bfam 1096, and you can hear us live as while you riding in your car, picking up your kids on your way home from work, sitting in traffic for no apparent reason. Y'all reach out to Auntie, make it make sense. Y'all go ahead, let us know what you got going on today. Yes. I am. I do. I have. How you doing, Miss Tasha? So I do have a couple of the other sites that are on that the show is actually going to. So I am speaking. How you doing, Miss Tasha? Y'all can let me know where y'all are writing in from. I will call you out. I do appreciate each and every person that is tuning in. Um, I truly do. I thank everybody that is tuning in. We are growing. We are transforming. We truly are. Making Make Sense with Auntie is transforming. We are going on to do some better things, bigger things. I'm excited um, for some of the endeavors that we are about to, be upon. And I'm super excited. We have the cartoon that's getting ready to come out. Um, I have some more surprise. I ain't gonna open the bag too wide, but I do have some surprises coming up for the next. The next few months is going to be very, very busy for me, and I am super excited about it. I welcome it with open arms. I am excited for the next chapter in my life. We made it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost been 2 years that you all have been here with Making Make Sense with Auntie. I am. I'm super excited. I'm forever grateful. Right. So there's a couple of different topics. I did say we're gonna still, we're gonna hit back, change the transformation throughout the show. But y'all know a lot of my content comes from what
Do you want to do the other half of that story about the guy in the Tesla?
we can let's do that because that one right there is taking me out. We will. So last week, if y'all missed it, we ran a story on BFAM News. It was about Mr. David. I think that's how you pronounce the name. So if you're not familiar with Mr. David, and again, I think that's how you pronounce the name. This young man, he is an up and coming performer. He's out on tour right now. Well, there was an incident that happened where his car was found abandoned at an airport, and there was a body that was found. Was it at the airport? No, I don't think it was at the airport anymore. But it was found with this young lady's body inside of the car, and the car had been burned alive. Burned. The young lady, they was able like to identify. They just said she had a tattoo that was on the side of her finger. So we ran the story. They told me that he was on tour. So of course it was, they didn't know if he was the suspect or what was going on. Well, I told y'all that I will always update my stories if I get information more because we don't want to leave anybody out there, and we most definitely want to make it make sense. There is more to this story that has now come to light. Apparently, and I've been going through it. The young lady that was actually found inside of the car is a 15-year-old young lady, which is very, very sad. Y'all can go in there and read her name and all that stuff. They do have a picture that's on the video. This young lady, as we see, and I believe it's going to be a lot that's going to come out with this whole story. It says, my homie did that back in the 90s to his wife. He came back from the Navy and caught her cheating. See, and that's what I'm saying. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. That's like literally crazy. And this one here, but see, this young lady, 15 years old, she and with all the story that's going on, apparently this woman, let's say he only did a few years in federal prison. See, well, this one here, I'm not even sure because she's 15. And now there's like videos that's being released of some of her friends, which you can literally look at these videos and tell that these are children. There are videos of this young man going out, and some of the friends say that he was out bribing them, telling them not to let people know how old the young lady was. Because apparently they were involved in a relationship. Now, where this story gets a little bit twisted because the young lady, like I said, she did have a tattoo that was on her finger that said "shh." Um, and from sources are telling me that Mr. DeVee also has this same tattoo on him. They also told us that the young lady that was found inside of this car, so they're not sure that we haven't that they haven't identified him as the suspect, but this young lady was found in the car. He was out on tour, so we're not sure if it happened prior to him going on tour. However, the issue that I am having with this whole story is because everything supposedly took place within a Tesla. Y'all got to make that make sense to me because this young lady's body was found in this car. Um, and the car was whatever damaged, whatever happened. And I know that this Tesla reports back to whatever systems um that we know. So I know that if this young lady had been riding around in this car, if all this stuff, the unaliving, the the dismemberment, because the young lady was dismembered and cut up. So that's why it was significant with this whole tattoo thing. And so now the story is breaking that now they have identified this young lady, which, and it's very, very sad that, a life was taken, especially the life of a child. Now, with all of this being open, y'all know that I'm auntie, so y'all have to make it make sense. There are too many holes in this story for me. First of all, um, when they spoke to the mother told them that she didn't really know too much, but that her daughter was dating a guy named David. Coincidence? I don't believe in them. Then we have the matching tattoos. And I am going to go on record and let you all know that this is a grown man. This young man is an adult. He is a full adult. So this is not like, this ain't nothing healthy. He is a full adult sneaking around with a 15-year-old. And from what I'm understanding, that this child was like 13 or 14 because they've been dealing with each other for a couple of years. Um, this goes to the parents. I'm gonna just go and say this. Parents, I don't care. Too many of y'all are selling y'all children. And that's exactly what's happening. We are literally watching all of these artists that are being convicted or charged with all these crimes. There are too many children, too many parents that are comfortable with their child out there selling their children for whatever reasons. And when I say selling their children, the fact that these men and women are allowed to date your children, they're allowed to date your kids because they are famous. We are overlooking, we bypassing cross age gaps. I'm talking about, we literally doing all of this stuff. We are, what I'm saying, we allowing this because they got money or because they doing this and other. That is a child. That is a grown man. There is nothing that they could have in common. It's not. It's not. And then it's even sadder that we have children, young ladies and young men that are losing their lives in relationships with people that are supposed to be adults, that are supposed to be mature. I mean, and I'm not saying that he had anything to do with the unaliving of this young lady. However, I am saying prior to all of that, you had already done messed up, but dating her, being with her being in your car, matching tattoos, all of that. Y'all can't even tell me about a friendship, even if it was, what I'm saying. You can't even just tell me that y'all was friends with nothing going on, because that still is weird to me. And even with this sir, Mr. David, I think that's how they said it. I think that's what they told me that I was supposed to pronounce his name. Even the whole thing of that, the fact that you knew what you was doing was wrong. The fact that you was around here hiding and paying people off not to tell them that you was in a relationship with this child. Maybe this whole story is because you don't want to get caught up. Maybe this story is out that you let this young lady hold your car while you were out of town, and whatever happened, happened. I am so sorry that that happened, but I truly pray that we get to the bottom of this, because this is like one of the wildest stories of 2025 to me personally. From the Tesla being involved to them actually dismembering this baby to and then what's crazy is because he continued to be on tour. The reports was like this man was still on tour, still performing, while this body was being discovered and all this stuff is going on. Something has to be done. And then I'm also, I did hear some stuff about Illuminati, and all this different stuff. If this is what y'all are out here doing, like, really, it's wild. For dollars, money. They tell you that money is the root of all evil. But at this point, it's not the money that's the root of all evil. It's people. It's people. It's your mentality. It's you. It has nothing to do with that. I mean, yes, because I know a lot of people that never see that type of money. And as you you have people that do have that money, and they don't just go out there because they cannot handle the amount of money or whatever they got going on, and y'all just walking around here taking people's lives. It's wild. So I really pray that they do. We're gonna keep up with this story. It's definitely a story that I'm gonna keep up with. We're definitely gonna keep up with Mr. DeVee. We want to know more about this young lady. And thoughts and prayers to her family, because has to be one of the most troubling times that this woman is about to deal with. And we also, what I'm saying, and it's sad that if this young lady died at the hands of this young man, the amount of people that allowed this relationship to go on, the amount of people that knew this relationship that was going on around them, and I hope that everybody that's involved, they get what happened, what they deserve. And that's being honest, like, because it's too many children, it's too many kids that are being preyed upon. Our children literally have no reserve. They have nowhere to go. There's nobody to save these children, because literally everywhere we look, officers, and I mean, when I say that harming children, the next story, and I forgot to send this one in, but the officer that was fired for shoving the pacifier down his baby's throat, which was only a couple of months old, because the child wouldn't stop crying. Like, it's so crazy to me, the amount of abuse that some of you cowards portray on children because you can't handle life. It's wild to me. Or you can't handle a situation, or you can't handle rejection, you can't handle these things. But do you understand what I'm saying? You can't handle, which makes that a you problem. So therefore, why does any other body have to be a casualty, especially a child, somebody that you preyed on from the beginning? Anybody. I had a conversation with a young man at my job not too long ago, and he got upset with me because he was talking about an older woman dating him. You're a molester, you're a pedophile. Regardless, it doesn't matter what your gender is. That's what it is. If the fact that you feel comfortable, and I'm not saying that that there are not chances, people run into somebody, they meet them, they fall in love, they're younger, and there's an age gap. And I understand that there are some of those relationships that work, but we also have people that literally walk around here and prey upon children, and I mean, for whatever reasons, and we call them narcissists, and we call them manipulators, we call them all those things. You have people that are literally sitting at home planning how they want to go date a child. The fact that this man came up with ways to scheme and a lot of people about dating a child tells you that this is an issue that needs to be addressed. The fact that we have so many young little girls being unalive because grown men and grown women. Oh, y'all ain't free, baby. Grown women too. Y'all too. Y'all just as bad as them. Y'all around here corrupting the minds of these children. Y'all around here molesting them and touching on them. Y'all doing all this weird stuff, and then y'all are sitting around here pretending like y'all are not a part of the problem. You are definitely the problem. You are definitely the problem. Y'all are definitely the problem. Children, y'all know Auntie love kids. Look, we love the kids, but there are too many things that are happening to our children. Too many things happening to our children. Just told you to stop throwing that ball. Too many things happening to children. Y'all ask you, I'm outside. Yeah, I told you we sitting outside and the kids don't want to come out here. But yes, it's too much going on. We have to protect our children. We have to be that village that we were talking about. We Because I know a lot of people is trying to place blame. I'm not placing blame on nobody. I'm not gonna place a blame on somebody, but I am gonna tell y'all that it's more people that need to be involved when it comes to our youth and our young adults. It is. It definitely is. There are too many of us. It's too many children that are walking around on this earth that really don't have a choice. They don't have an opinion, but they do have adults that are walking around preying on them. They have even children that are walking around preying on them. You have children that walk around and look at people and these are habits that are taught. So when you see, yeah, we have the habits are taught. Some of this stuff, yes, but a lot of these habits are taught. You have like, and when we was younger coming up, your daddy had the little boys with them, and they think, what I'm saying, back then, your grandma used to tell your little boy they was being mannish. Now it ain't no more being mannish. These children are straight perverted, straight perversion, and it's not that and it's being thrown upon them. Whether it's in TV shows, it's in the commercials, it's in the songs, it's in the schools, it's in the books, it's in every single thing. And the reason why I blame the adults is because you are the ones that are putting it out there. You are the ones that are responsible that put it in the books, that allow those books to go on the shelves. Y'all will go through schools and snatch out books that from back in the days that what I'm saying, that we learned upon. But then I could turn around and take my churn in the stores and pick up all kind of crazy, insane books, insane articles are being passed on the internet. I can let them hear politicians talk about my children disrespectfully, and I can listen to all of this stuff going on, all of it. When I was coming up, they told us that we are the world. You know what I'm saying? We're the children. We're the ones making better days. Right, but we heard all of that. Ain't nobody trying to save the children no more. We got our children walking around here crashing out, like they call it. And remember, the young children that don't get no guidance turn into the older adults that still ain't had none, unless you go get help. That's when, again, as adults, change, transformation. You have to understand when you are younger coming up and you dealing with stuff, yes, that stuff makes people want to change. And people will change. You can change. You can change. You might change your habits, change up what you got going on. But when you start to transform and take on new things, and you start to, what I'm saying, come out of your shell, it's not about you having to change anymore, because now that you're going through that transformation process, that's what is going to just automatic. You know what I'm saying? It's automatically happening within you. So it's not something that is forced. It is something that is supposed to happen. And yeah, when we start doing transforming, like when a butterfly goes into transform, when they go through that whole metamorphosis, they go from one stage to the next stage. And a lot of us go through that in life. That's not change. That's transforming. That's transforming. Definitely. How you doing, Miss Felicia from Wyoming? Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I do. I really, really thank y'all that tune in, those that sending in articles. Like I said, we got a lot coming up. There is a new segment that will be coming on. I know Shoai has one that's coming up with the music. Um, we will be doing more of the Ask Auntie segment, because lately I have been having a lot of conversations with Ask Auntie, a lot of conversations, a lot of articles, a lot of questions that we've been getting in, a lot of men that want to know. So we are going to do an Ask Auntie segment. I am thinking about doing where you all can actually send your videos in and you can actually ask Auntie. And who knows, I might play your video on, but I will respond to you. I will respond to you. Um, and who knows, you might get to be a guest on my show one day. You might get to be a guest with Auntie and come up here and make it make sense in real living color. You might get to. I think that'll be fun. With the whole asking Auntie, yeah, you get to ask us. I might let y'all ask me a couple of questions. It ain't too much that y'all really don't know about me anyway, so I don't really have a problem with answering questions. I don't. Yes, how you doing? Listen, yes, we're gonna make it make sense. We have to definitely make it make sense. We do. How you doing, Miss Glow? How you doing? And shout out to my team over at Store 990. Auntie told y'all we gonna shout y'all out. And I am. Shout out to my team. Really appreciate y'all and everything that y'all do. I really, really do. Yes, we is outside today. So y'all hear all the color. It's beautiful outside. I'm not gonna lie. It is a little warm, but I do have to have on y'all see the protective gear. And that is if you have HS skin issues, just make sure that your skin covered up when you go outside in this heat, especially if you suffering from the dryness. Make sure that you just put on some pants, long sleeve shirts, just so this heat ain't heating the way that it is. Because as y'all see, I keep moving around a little bit. It's a little warm, but I don't know. Something just happened. We're gonna pray that we're gonna pray. Mm, definitely gonna pray. Amen. Yes, but change and transformation. I'm telling y'all, if y'all stay watching Auntie, y'all gonna see a lot of changes. Y'all gonna see a lot of transforming. Y'all gonna see a lot of that, and I want y'all to feel free to ask me questions. I'm still available. I'm still here. I am. I have a lot of programs, a lot of things that I am working on. But like I said, I am truly super excited that I am about to share all of this with the world. We also are planning another yellow carpet event for January. I really would love to go back to Atlanta. Y'all, it was cold, but I'll be better prepared this time to go back up there. I want to link up with some of the other places up there because I will be there for an entire week this time. Last time we was only there a couple of days, but this year we will be there the last week of December. Last week of December, first week of January. That is, of course, New Year's, and as we know, January the 2nd will make it make sense with Auntie's 2 years on BFAM 109.6. We started it with Atlanta. We're going back to Atlanta. I have had some people write out to ask us about coming back. I would love to be able to host some other events while we're there as well. So if you in the Atlanta area and you know what I'm saying, that last week of December, beginning January, reach out. We are more than excited to come out and be a part of whatever you have going on. And with that being said, so now, right now, I am running a deal for the remainder of September. $15 shout outs. You can't beat it. $15. You send me your information and we're gonna shout your business out no matter where you're located, no matter where you are. You know what I'm saying? You do your scroll, but I literally $15 segments, shout outs, not segments. And remember, when life give you lemons, you always reach out to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Y'all can hit me up at Lemons Make It Make Sense at Gmail. Y'all can hit me up at admin at Make It Make Sense. Or y'all can find out what's going on. I'm just going to be updating the website very, very soon with some more details for the remainder of the year. And we're going to do the remainder of the year. I'm trying to get everything planned and put out there. Excuse me, as far as like a calendar. We have some new items being released. I'm It's just a lot. Back orders, I am getting them out and sent out. Y'all know, been in and out the hotel situation. Y'all know we still dealing with the whole scamming that took place. Look, they see the little person say, hey. Yeah, that's my nephew. So we over here, we spending time. I told y'all we over here, it's a family thing. Right. My friend gave me this football. Yeah, see, look, you know you live all over the. See, go back inside. They go put some shoes. So yeah, see all the babies, all the babies. Go get some shoes. Y'all see, right? All the babies. Y'all see, we got the babies. So we ain't look, and that's Auntie make it make sense. We got the kids. I'm telling y'all, it's always we got the kids. And I'm playing football next year. All right, now go over there. See, babies outside, Auntie outside. We babysitting doing the show. We gonna make it make sense. But yes, definitely. And this is why Auntie do it though. Listen, this is exactly why Auntie do it. This is why I do it. I am surrounded. I tell y'all, the world calls me Auntie, and so do my babies. And I'm going to meet no, you can put some shoes on for your feet so you don't get hurt. And this is exactly why we do it. Exactly what. Right. I do it for the babies. I definitely do it for the babies. Yes. Um. All right. So I do have stuff coming over from some of my Instagram watches. Yes, I do. I travel. I love to travel. So if you do have something going on, yes, notify me. Let me know. Give me enough time frame so we can see if that's something that fits in with us. I do a lot of local stuff. So if you have something in the Hillsborough County area, I mean, and I'm talking about Florida. We'll rock Florida. I don't mind going to Florida. Florida's a road trip. You know what I'm saying? We can take a trip and go and come out and spend time and see and do all. We can come out there and do all of that. So I'm definitely, yes, I'm definitely excited. I have a couple of people that we are looking forward to partnering with. I'm gonna have a meeting tomorrow. Hopefully, we get some great output from this meeting. A lot of stuff we'll be able to offer a lot more to the people of the United States and around the world. I would, like I said, this is something that is a movement that I'm doing, and I am. If I have to do it by myself, I will. I am looking for sponsors. I am looking for people with donations for our city bags. And those are the Make Six bags. We will actually be going around giving those out. Once we get enough donations on them, enough enough items that we have for the bags, and we will get those into and get those out to the people in the community for the less fortunate, for our children, those that are at risk. We have some of those programs. I am trying to get in more with some of the different programs that we do have here, because there's an outcry of homeless children. These drugs are taking over, so we have a lot of youth that are now out on the streets. We have them on drugs, and we want to be able to get in there and offer, provisions. We also want to be able to offer resources. So if you are, what I'm saying, if you deal with youth and young adult, if you deal with ministry and outreach, if you want to be a part of anything Auntie got going on, if you want to send donations, y'all hit Auntie up, because this is something that we really, really have to do. Um, it needs to be done. It's not just a me problem, it's a everybody problem. Everywhere you go, you see the homeless. Hurricane season is starting back up here. In Florida, we got hit with two hurricanes. We have tornadoes. We have stuff going on. So this is something I would like to be able to help everybody around the world. I would like to be able to be in a space that no matter where you reach out to me from, we are able to do something for you. We are able to do something for you. It doesn't, and not all the time is, it may not be a lot, because sometimes they don't need as what I told you. They don't need as much. Sometimes it is just gas money or bus money or and myself, I go through things and I will, I give and I give and I give, and sometimes I just don't have it to help others because I do have my own stuff going on, and that's where you all come in to play, because they know I'm gonna give my last dime to look out for my youth and young adults, because we want to discourage them for in and out, discourage them for being out. We want to discourage them for making those decisions and to being out in the street. I know we right here, we just I know I on the news just lost another 14-year-old. I mean, it's so much death that's going on. We're losing so many children at and the rate that we're losing them is insane. It's insane. Y'all, I need y'all. We need y'all for making make sense with Auntie. Y'all see it scroll across the screen. We're gonna change this cash out too. I'm gonna need y'all to reach out to AUNTI 24. We're gonna change the 791 because a lot of people have been scheming with all the scams, reaching out to that one there. So we're gonna change that one to the Auntie 24. But it's still, y'all can reach out. Y'all can definitely donate and send it out. My bad, DC. I forgot that's the one that goes across the screen. But yes, the Auntie 24, y'all go ahead, show love. If you still send it to the Auntie 79, we will still get it, but we are shying away from that. I'm trying, and I know it's no shade. I'm literally trying to get away from the Cash App altogether. We do have Zelle, PayPal, um, and some of the other avenues, because there is a lot going on with Cash App. I know somebody just told me they even done started charging like $3 or whatever. But if you getting the money, sending it back and forth, and I by no means do I want anybody that's sending us donations to be taxed and charged extra money for trying to help out. Like that's not what we're doing at all. Not at all. So if you want, I'm telling you, and it's not about money. If you have donations, if you have items, bottles of water, toiletries, like I said, if you have cards, whatever, something, anything that you want to put inside these baskets that you feel that would be beneficial, you can contact me. We can set it up. You can send it to me. If you have like little samples or little note cards, whatever it is that you need, whatever it is that y'all need, you just go ahead and contact me and we can get this done. If you want to help me, because I want to go out and feed the homeless. I know I work over in the 50th Street area in Tampa. We have a surplus of homeless. And they all come in, they talk to me, and they all tell me the different things that they be needing and wanting. And there are people that take advantage of them in their situations, and we don't want that because they're already dealing with a lot in life. It's already a lot that's going on. So yes, we want to be somebody that is reputable. We want them to know that we are standing behind them, that they do have a hand. I hear people come to me and tell me all the time they know I'm gonna be the one that's gonna help them get off the streets. And I want to be able to help them all get up off the streets. Even if it's for the night, for a couple of days, just to be able to offer them a little piece, a little change. And who knows that once they get that little taste of change, it may be what they need to go through the transformation process. So I told you all that was gonna tie together by the time I get up out here. I told y'all we was gonna get it all in there, that change and transformation. It really is. But it is. I want y'all to make sure y'all keep y'all eyes open. There's a lot going on. We're seeing a lot of things that are taking place that should not be taking place right now. We are looking at hangings, people losing their lives in 2025 to racism. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I know everybody, every day that we're living is something that if you are having children, I know what it was that I thought that was the one of the wildest and craziest thing. I want to say I think it's in New York that they are literally having couples sign paperwork when they're having their children, asking them what are they going to identify their child as. Like when we get to a space where it's questions like that being asked at birth and you're being forced to sign a paperwork, like, well, that's where your focus is at. Your focus on a child at birth is not are they going to be mentally stable. Your focus is not are they, you know what I'm saying, is there anything that's health wise, anything that's going on, stop, anything like that is going on. But instead you are literally um asking a parent to identify their child for what is the purpose of that? Like literally, what is the purpose of asking a parent what they are going to identify their child as? Because we still are missing the point that if this child gets older and makes a decision, what you gonna tell them that, oh, your parents signed this piece of paper that said you can't make that decision? It's too much. It's crazy to me. Y'all spending too much time focused on stuff that we shouldn't be worried about. We really shouldn't. As long as they ain't trying to put it in the schools and and we know we did cover that, but it's literally we got to find some other stuff to focus on, like change, being able to accept change that's going on, being able to accept some of the stuff that we are seeing around us, teaching our babies the difference between changing and transforming, teaching that they don't have to be products of the environment and what's going on around them. It's a lot. It is definitely a lot. But we got to save our babies. We have to save our babies. Mothers, fathers, I need y'all to sit down and have those conversations. There's too many of these young girls, young ladies that are going out here and they are becoming content with the attention that is being shown to them because they are lacking that attention at home. It's too many young little boys, that are being um that are able to be swindled and moved around and brought up. Right. It's too many young men that have this whole YN agenda that we are starting to see. It's too many of them that's out here feeling the need that they have to go out and fight every day as if they are on the front lines. Like we are seeing children that are literally being born angry. You see children that are being born into these situations that require change. They definitely require the change. I'm telling y'all, I speak to y'all parents. When I talk to y'all parents, I always speak to the parents prior to. I always speak to the speak to and about the parents. Y'all see it? Listen, listen. It's the real loud house. So yeah, listen. It's a whole bunch of kids. I told y'all make it make sense. Make it make sense. I am at the house of 8. So I have 8 nieces and nephews in this household right here, right now. 8 of them. You can't even really tell the difference. Hey, beautiful. Listen, y'all see yes, Auntie be making it make sense over here. Yes, we is outside. We are literally outside with our babies. That's another thing. I'm gonna address that right now because my niece is talking about it. So we're gonna talk about that these last couple minutes. Parents. Let's talk about it. Parents and children and bullies. And while I'm thinking about it, because there was an incident that happened with my niece, and it is a lot of bullying, and I listen. You know what I'm saying? Like they tell you, listen, you don't judge. When it's children, you really don't get involved. But I want to address. That's why Titi said going out because your skin. Um, Children in school. We see that these children are definitely not fighting fair. They're not playing fair. They there's articles with children that have I know we just seen one just recently where there was a child that was taken out because she took a knife to school the other day. We see the shootings that's taking place. We see all this stuff that's going on. We also, when we was coming up, they tell you scared children, a scared person will hurt you. But we're gonna address bullying. So when y'all bullying kids and they walking around and y'all know that there are certain children that don't want to fight, I need some of y'all parents to teach y'all children because a child tells your child that they don't want to fight. Because a child tells you that that's not what they want, that does not mean that that child is afraid of them. That does not mean that child is scared. But y'all need to teach y'all children to stop bullying kids in school. When they have children that don't want to be a part of the BS they have going on, bullying, threatening them, pulling in other kids with them, with that real deal can incite fear. And then there are times that you have children that respond. They come to school with weapons because they are afraid. They use that weapon because they are afraid. You have children that walk around as bullies that know there is too much, too much. It's too much of it. And then you have children that get hurt and unalived, and we have children catching cases, all because of fear, all because we have parents that are sitting in households allowing their children to be disrespectful for whatever reason they fear them. We got all these children reaching out to these gangs, to these organizations, reaching out to adults. Some of these adults that are not healthy for these children at all, teaching them all types of crazy things. We experience that. I'm showing y'all. I'm in a household with high school all the way down to daycare age children. So from every aspect, we are dealing with that over here. Every aspect. So it's not something that most people don't talk about. It's parents in schools, teachers. This need to be something. We need to be focusing more on bullying in classrooms. We need to be focusing on actual teachers taking it seriously. Because I was having a conversation with one of my nieces, and they were telling me that it's been discussed at the school. They've told resource officers, they've told teachers, they've told everybody, but there's no recourse for this child. The child is still bullying, the child is still threatening. So at what point do you stop? And that's what I'm and you know that and that's something that we need to really, really dig more and more into. Because we sit here and we see children responding, and you do have some people that just respond. But we don't take them serious, and then you say, "Oh, that's a child. They shouldn't have did that." But we got to start holding our children accountable, just like adults at a certain age. And I understand, even though their children, even though they can't make certain decisions like we can, but because they set themselves up to be out there doing it, because they get into spaces where they want to be grown, and you sitting up there and allowing it to be grown, and you think it's cute when they're acting grown, or when they being rebellious and they're not going to school, or they showing out, they putting their hands on the teacher. Because I showed that video too. It was a young man that literally walked up to his female teacher and punched her in her face. I'm telling you, I got teachers that are my aunties, cousins, all through my family. The day that one of y'all children go into a classroom and put y'all hands on my auntie or my cousin is the day that your child gonna get the first whipping that apparently you ain't never gave him. Cause I promise you, we gonna go to school about that. When it comes to my nieces and nephews, the fact that y'all around here and allowing this stuff to go on, y'all bullying parents, not saying nothing to their kids, what is going on, that too. Those are other responses. That's parts of that what goes along with that when you allow certain behaviors and not being accountable for the action. When you teach your child not to be accountable, when you are not accountable, when y'all literally sit down. Now, if you a parent that's out there on your child and your child is still making these decisions, then yes, I completely understand. You can't control them all. But there are too many parents that sit back and don't think they have any control or don't even try to have control. And we're not doing that. We're not going to continue doing that in 2025, 2026. Y'all need to teach y'all children to either keep their hands to themselves, keep their mouth shut, or you need to teach your child how to fight. Because all is they're going to get a weapon when they wrong, or they know they can't fight, or they're going to jump on people when they do. Just because you jump don't mean that you're the only one jumping. They got to stop. It literally has to stop. It got to stop. I'm trying to say we're gonna get a show together with some of the youth so they can sit down and tell y'all how they truly, truly feel. Let y'all know how they truly, truly feel. We're gonna definitely. Next week we're gonna have some I have a guest that's supposed to be coming on. He wants us to hear his point of view. He is a young man and he told me that he is a sexist. He says he has traditional views and he is a sexist. And he has something that he wants to say and he wants to come on my show to go up against Auntie. So we're gonna do that next Thursday, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for that one because I just don't see how that's gonna play out. I don't make it make sense for Auntie because it don't make sense to me. It don't. How you want traditional and you gonna be a sexist and you gonna because I don't get me wrong now. I do understand where he getting it from with the traditional views and the man is the head of the household and all that good stuff. But in 2025, we ain't got them type of men no. Well, no, I ain't gonna say we ain't got them no more. It's some of them out there, but it's very lax. It is definitely, and we don't have the same women that we had back then either. We're gonna talk about that too. I'm definitely gonna. We all already know we're gonna talk about it from both sides. We are going to talk about it. We are definitely going to talk about it. Oh, the sun going down a little bit, y'all. The heat ain't as heat no more. Still warm though. Will. We will. Oh, and then somebody had sent me a comment about it. They had asked. I didn't see that one until just then. Um, they mentioned about the Illuminati and making her a sacrifice. I'm telling you, I said I'm gonna dig more into this story. because I know they tell you about all of the different practices and stuff they do when they come in on the scene and when they be coming around. So we gonna see what this whole story is and how this plays out because this is it's crazy. We really gonna see how it plays out with the whole defeat thing. Next month, Music Corner, She Shed Records. That's from CEO Show Out. So next week we will have Music Corner will be a part of Make It Make Sense with Auntie, and we are excited about that coming to the podcast. I'm telling you, we got the Music Corner and Ask Auntie, and I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna have some guests next week. I promise y'all. God just told him I'm gonna have four people. It's gonna be four. So I don't know who the four is that's gonna come in and they gonna be a part of Make It Make Sense next week. They want to be a part. They want to go ahead and promote their business. So that's like I told y'all. I'm doing a deal right now for $15 for the rest of the month, and that's literally just it's your shout out. I'm gonna post your business. We're gonna get you a shout out if you want to go ahead and go through the program. I mean, I'm telling you, if you want to become a sponsor, it starts at $50, and we get you on the show, promote what you got going on, whether it's a business, it's an idea, whatever you got going on. Auntie gonna promote you. We gonna make it make sense. Um, I am go over there. Over there. I am looking for a building so that we can put together an event. I did have about five guys. I don't know if Zoe's still watching, but I would like him to be a part of this so we can sit down with some networking. I have some men that would like to that are working on starting their own businesses. Some of them have been in prison, some of them have not, but like I told y'all, whoever we are going to make it make sense. We are going to help. The fact that I have so many men reaching out to me in the last month, I am so excited about that. And I told y'all, yeah, we're gonna stay true to our word. So I am looking for some men that are in there that that are available that would like to come out and sit and talk to some of these young men. They are ages from I think the youngest one I have is 18 and the oldest one told me he was I want to say like 38. So yeah, we done bypassed the 25 age group for Make It Make Sense with Auntie and for When Life Give You Lemons. But y'all know Auntie helped them all, so we want them all out. So if you are a man, if you are a mentor, if you know what I'm saying, if you would like to sit down and talk to some of these young men, if you done been to prison and you done transformed your life, you know what I'm saying? We see motivation speakers and stuff. I'm telling y'all, I want to put this event together. I want to do it sooner than later. I don't want to wait. I want to put it together so we can get together. DC on YouTube. I need all of y'all. We could do a virtual one. We could do it in, what I'm saying, in the buildings. But this is something that I do know that is necessary, that is needed, and Auntie is here for it. I truly want to thank each and every one of y'all that tune in to Make It Make Sense with Auntie this Thursday. Make sure y'all stay tuned for Speak That Shit with Zoe and Annie. You guys are the worst. Followed by BFAM News tonight at 11. Make sure y'all tune in. I truly thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in with me tonight and make it make sense with Auntie what it is. Shout out to, shout out to Smooth Transitions Design. Y'all make sure y'all reach out. Shout out going over there to my girl Ella Cleaning. So shout out to Ella's Cleaning. If y'all remember them, they were when we first started, they were one of our first sponsors. Ella's Cleaning Company here, and they have just hit their 2-year anniversary. So we want to shout them out. Good job. We look forward to much, much more business with you all. We want to go ahead and shout out my boy Pedro over at HS Soap Company. So if you're dealing with HS, if you're dealing with any eczema, skin conditions, anything that's going on, make sure you reach on over to HS Soap Company. Tell them that Auntie sent you. Make sure y'all stay tuned at 7 for Speak That Shit. I am Auntie, and I truly thank you all for tuning in. And I will see you all next Thursday at 5 o'clock on BFAM. If you have not done it yet, go over to the YouTube channel, like and subscribe.